How's it going, everyone, and welcome to a tier list of every single Your Turn to That character up until Chapter 3, Section 1, Part B. Yeah, I didn't expect to be doing this video, like, at all. I know tier lists have kind of fallen off in recent times, but, like, if you want to be someone with a somewhat respectable opinion in a big community like this one, maybe making one of these is not a bad idea. Besides, you get to be flamed by the comment section of your video, which is always nice. I love reading your comments, guys. It's always so much fun. But yeah, here we are. We're gonna make a little tier list. We have every single character. I did add a new tier called Don't Know Enough because, well, there are just certain characters we don't know enough about. In any case, let me just make sure everything is fine before I start. It seems to be, yeah, it seems to be fine. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna just adjust a few cropping settings and I'll be right back. And we're back. All right, sorry. That's a little better, I believe. Right? It seems a little better, yeah. It seems to be a little better. So, it's a normal tier list. S means the best rank, D means the worst rank. I thought about putting E, and it might still happen. I just don't know if it's necessary, but we'll go along, see how this turns out. I think we might have an interesting tier list by the end of this. I'm also on a timer, so I would love to give like a detailed explanation of why certain characters in certain spots, but part of me thinks it's not going to be possible for everybody. So, without further ado, let's begin. Anzu Kanashi. I like her a lot. I think Anzu is a very needed tone shift every now and then. Her comedic timings are always pretty good, and she consistently makes me laugh throughout the game. Also makes me realize that we need more wholesome characters like her. This is a toughie. My brain says top of B, but my heart says lower end of A. I think Anzu's a really good character. She's kind of overshadowed by the other dolls, by the other dummies, and it's not entirely her fault. It's just that the other dummies are really good, with the exception of one, but we'll get to that later. I think Anzu's low end of A tier. I think it suits her. It combines with her name as well, but that's not what's important here. I honestly really like Anzu. I can't exactly tell why, but yeah, that's just how it is. So yeah, Anzu, A tier. Now Michi Kurumada. There's gonna be some characters that are gonna be really tough, huh? Kurumada. So Kurumada gives off that sense of selfish big guy, just like Kyutaro over here originally did. But I think 3-1B really does his character justice. He's very concerned about keeping his fellow dummies alive. Also, if I seem like I don't know what I'm saying from some of these parts, keep in mind that I woke up like an hour ago, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna record this right before heading off to uni to do a discussion on a paperwork that I did last week. And this is like top tier content, everyone, I promise. No, but seriously, I think Kurumada's character is pretty damn good. It's better than Anzu's, so I think it's not S rank. I think it's top of A. It's better than Anzu, but it's not enough to reach S. This is the first time that I'm actually talking about the dummies now that I think about it, because my top 10 only featured the human participants, and this one will have everybody actually, including floor masters, which is going to be interesting. All right, Shinsuke Hayasaka. Sorry, bro. Gonna go into B tier. I love Hayasaka, just not as much as the other dummies, except for one again. Part of the Gin Protection Squad, you know. I actually really like it. Yeah, I can't really explain why I just don't think Hayasaka's as good as the others. Listen, Hayasaka's cool. He has that fucking badass moment during the banquet where he takes his glasses off and just straight up tells Midori to go fuck himself. I don't know, man. I don't know, I think it's just really personal preferences. I like Hayasaka, I really do. It's just not as much as the others. I should have started by saying this, but better now than never. I think every single character in this game is really good, or it fills its purpose really well anyways, but some do better than others, and Hayasaka is in the middle tier for that. Anyways, next up, oh god. Let's trigger some people. Alice Yamasame. Let's trigger some people, yeah? Let's trigger. Alice was number 9 in my top 10. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, Alice was number 9 after Kyutaro at number 10. Low end of A tier. That just goes to show that pretty much the entire cast is really good. I like Anzu more than I like Alice. Yes, Alice does have his moments and a lot more time to develop, but I'm sorry, man. Even though I could probably relate with him a lot, I just can't, bro. I can't. I like Alice a lot, I do. I want you guys to believe me. I love almost every single one of these characters, but oh god, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself, bro? Alright, so Alice is low end of A tier, behind Kurumada and Anzu. I think it suits him. I'm gonna get so much flack for this, but I do like Alice, trust me. Anyway, I'm not explaining anything. I'm really doing a poor job. Alice's introduction is still one of the best moments in the game for me, like the locker thing in the closed off red room. And as time goes on, it's clear that he's working with his inner demons. And I actually really like him when he survives 2-1. So why is he this low? Again, it's just personal preferences. I think Anzu's a better character in my eyes. Okay, maybe better character isn't exactly the right term. I just like Anzu more. That's it. That doesn't mean I don't like Alice. Anyway, Kazumi Mishima. B tier. Okay, cool. High end of B tier. I love Mishima. Best teacher in the whole damn world. Student specs 1, student specs 2. Everything he did while he was alive was pretty good. Except smoking. Don't smoke, kids. Stay in school. And don't do drugs. If Hayasaka was meant to replace Mishima, he didn't. I mean, he succeeded a bit, but I think Mishima is just overall better. They're interchangeable, honestly, Alice and Mishima. I think Mishima could even be an A tier if I really nitpicked a little bit, but I think top of B tier is better for him. Again, can't wait to be flamed by you guys in the comments. You're gonna be like, oh no, Alice should be S tier, definitely. And I'm gonna be like, nice, I respect your opinion. I just don't think like that. I'm sorry, Mishima. Dude, if you had more time, you'd be A or even S tier for sure. Anyways, the real Hanako Mishuki. Oh, we don't know enough about her. It's not even a contest. We just don't fucking know enough about her. We know she's a middle schooler around the same age as the Hanako we met, and that she seems to be very, let's say sad, is not to say depressed. Anyway, we don't know enough about her. That's pretty much it. The only piece of evidence we have is the victim video of Ranger losing his shit because she was like, thank you for killing me. I hated life. And Ranger was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, he has a point, sweetheart. What the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, we don't know enough about her. Hanako Mishuki. High end of D tier. Oh boy. So Hanako, I don't really like her. I mean, I understand the role she plays in the story, and I understand that she's important. I don't like her, dude. I just don't really like Hanako. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one like this. I think she's cool. I think she's an interesting character, but I just don't like her. I really don't. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to be said. I do find her role interesting, but that's about it. As a character, I just don't really like her. My Tsurugi! Our first S rank. You heard me. Mai is my favorite doll / dummy. I think her character arc is fucking amazing. And while it does mirror Kurumada's a bit, I think Mai does it a little bit better. Especially after showing remorse for stabbing the shit out of Kyutaro. I really, really like Mai. I think she's an amazing character that was portrayed very well. She had a goal in mind at the start, which was to kill Kyutaro and take his place. But as time went on, she just started, you know, I'm gonna help you guys. And the scene where she cries over Kyutaro's death is just absolutely heartbreaking. It still makes me sob every time I think about it. Yeah, I ship it. I had to state it. But yeah, I just really like Mai. She was done really well. She is on the low end of S tier though, unfortunately, because we didn't get enough time with her. But she is S tier. She is our first S tier. Ginebushi! Oh, should I trigger some people? Nah, we're not gonna trigger anybody. Gin is S tier. There's no take backs about that. Slightly above mine, not much. Gin was number 8 in my top 10 for a reason. Gin is S tier. Well, to be fair, that top 10 is only up until 2, so yeah, some stuff might be altered. I try to contextualize everything in the same boat, but I just realized I can't do it. But yeah, that's Gin is a delight. Gin is an absolutely delightful kid to be around. Super positive, always like incredibly cheerful and trying to get the best out of people. I mean, who doesn't like Gin? Who doesn't like Gin? I'll come to your house. I'll beat you up. Who doesn't like Gin? Anyway, Kai. He was number 5 in my top 10, so you'd think he'd be S tier, but I'm not so sure if he is. You know what? Tell you what. He is top of A tier. Like, absolute top of A tier. I love Kai. I think he's underrated as all hell, and mostly because of the time he had on screen compared to other characters. But I find his actions to be very cool and interesting. I think the thing that really set him off was set him apart from the rest was the scene against Miley in the first main game where he just killed himself to defy the organization, to defy Asunaro. I think it was really fucking cool. And the whole speech he gives Sarah is, well, it's also pretty cool. I don't know what else you want me to say. Kai's is cool. Oh, and his hair is the dream of every person, not even just women, just every person. It's just great hair. So yeah, that's Kai. I think in normal circumstances I'd put him in S tier, but part of me kind of didn't want to. Maple! B tier. Behind Hayasaka. Underutilized. That's the best word for Maple. She appears in 3-1A. Doesn't do much. 3-1B, she's an active antagonist that turns ally eventually, and she dies. What the fuck? That's literally it. What the fuck? I think they could have done more with her, honestly. While that's true, I don't think that what Nagirai did with her was bad or anything. I think she was a fantastic antagonist. And the fact that she actually showed concern for the participants really puts into perspective the kind of person she would be if she was always with our heroes. Well, heroes. I say the word heroes very in quotation marks because some of these guys have performed some very dubious stuff. Alright! The duo. Now Igakura and Reiko Yabusame. Let's start with now. Bottom. Low tier S. No, low end of S tier now. I absolutely love Now Igakura. I think she's a very real character. It's like, what if one... I don't know. It's like, what if a real person was there? I think that's Now. And the fact that she was not a participant really drives that home. I just really like everything that she's in. And I think her reactions are very appropriate to what happens in the game. It's kind of weird what I'm gonna say, but I think how do I put this into words, dude? I'm failing you guys, I'm sorry. I think they take the obsession with Mishima a little bit too far. I understand, hold up, before you start. I understand having like a father figure and a mentor just die in front of you would cause that. But I think toning it down just slightly a little bit more wouldn't have hurt the plot. It's just me, alright? I know it was kind of a necessary evil. I liked it. Just thought it could have been toned down a little. Reiko! She was tied with Now. But unfortunately, she didn't do much in Chapter 3 besides linking with Kurumada on the route that she was alive. And so did Alice. So... she's A tier, but behind Kurumada. Listen, I love Reiko. I think she's one of the most assertive characters in any video game I've played. I like her more than her brother. She kind of could have done more in Chapter 3. Now, keep in mind, I only played with Reiko alive while So was also alive, so she ended up dying. which was fun. Overall, I think I enjoyed her presence more than Alice. I liked her more than Alice in the parts that they were both alive, and when Alice was alive and not Reiko. Again, keep in mind, most of these spots are interchangeable. I think the cast is superbly knit, and there's very little to separate some of these characters. Just keep that in mind as I'm doing this. This is my personal opinion. It's not an attack to anybody who might like, for example, Hanako. I'm sure somebody out there likes Hanako. But yeah, don't take this at face value, guys. Shin Tsukimi / Sohyori. Is there? You know what? Yeah, I think it's time, boys. We need this. Actually, I'm gonna make this. That's good. Yeah, there's I don't think there's a lot of debate about this one. Shin is just a testament to Nankidai's incredible writing powers. Shin is the best written character I've come across in all of fiction, period. I stand by that. He's not my favorite, bear in mind, he's not my favorite in the game, by any means, but I can't deny it, dude. He's just fucking incredible as a character. And because of 31B, I actually grew to relate a lot with this fucker, for reasons I'll explain when a certain bucket girl arrives, but we'll talk about that later. For now though, just know that, yeah, Shin is just on another level. Kyutaro Burgerberg. Yeah, buddy. A tier. You deserve it. Were this before chapter 3, you'd probably be C. But god damn it, what a redemption. What a redemption arc, bro. You balanced it out. I think it was really well done. And it wasn't shoehorned in, it was building up for that. Especially because Kyutaro started feeling guilty about trying to leave the game alone, like on his own. You could see it. You could see it happening. I think it was really, really well done. His sacrifice was not in vain. I had an inkling to put him in S, but Mai was already there. And I think Mai was slightly better than Kyutaro, so there's no point in thinking that way. So yeah, I think this is accurate. Not top of A tier, but high end of A tier, right behind Kai. I think it suits him. It suits him. It suits him. Kana Kizuchi. I mean, you guys knew this was coming, right? So Kana! First of all, Kana is not a better character than So. I never said that. I always stated that So, as a character, was better than Kana. But Kana is my favorite character of the game, and I'm pretty sure like 90% of you were aware of it. I did make a big fuss about it in both the top 10 and the reaction to Kev's whole YTTD awards, which great video, by the way. You guys should check it out if you haven't. I can't explain it. I can't. I think it's like brotherly instinct that's kicking in. I love, and I mean it, I absolutely love Kana. I can't stress this enough. Kana was the only character that made me cry twice in any video game. I mean it. The first was during 2-2. The other was during her speech to Midori in 3-1B, when the hallucinations of So and Kugi showed up. Again, it's just those two. There is one more character that is on another level, but we'll get to him later. But those two are just really fucking good. I really like them. Anyways, it's time for Wahaha, your friendly policeman. Well, Sarah, where do you think I'm going? S rank. In front again. Okay, why is he in front again? Chapter 3 does him justice, at least for now. I don't know what's gonna happen in 3-2, but Chapter 3 absolutely does Keiji's character justice, especially in 3-1B. It was very, very cool seeing him show up at the end of the banquet, and playing as him really puts into perspective the kind of character he is. I won't say he's absolute top of S tier, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a character that surpasses him very, very soon, actually. But yeah, S tier. Your friendly policeman gets S tier. Wow. So I'm listening to music in the background. It's not gonna show up in the video because I'm gonna be playing my own music in editing. But as we're going to Tojazuna, Clown's song started singing, which is appropriate. Joe is also S tier, in front of my behind Gin. Joe. Who is Joe? Not Joe Mama for sure. God damn it. What a way to introduce main games. Jesus Christ. I still don't know how I got through that. Can you imagine like thinking, yo, my best friend is with me? Yo, that's awesome. We can get through this together. Psych. Here's the sacrifice card, bitch. Yeah, no. It was tough. It was really tough. No, tough is an understatement, actually. I think it was really well done. It really just sent shivers down the player's spine and said to whoever might be playing that, yo, this isn't your typical game. You are gonna cry. I cried slightly during that moment, but it was nothing compared to 2-2 and 3-1B. So yeah, good shit, Joe. Deserving of the S tier. Yeah, let's keep going. Sarah Chidoin. Top of S rank. Listen up. No protagonists get a bad rep in visual novels of this type. I mean, I kind of like Hajime, Kaede, and Shuichi, and Makoto as well. I really like Makoto. I like all of those protagonists, but Sarah just trounces them. All of them, even Shuichi. I think Sarah is a big mystery, a big question mark, and most of it is probably going to be answered in 3-2. If it isn't, I'm going to be very upset, Nankidai. There's a lot of potential with her. A lot of potential with her. And even without that potential being realized, she already takes a place in the S tier, and I'm pretty sure for me it's top of S tier. I don't know why. I just think she's an active protagonist that doesn't like overstay her welcome, but also doesn't let herself get overshadowed by anybody. Well, besides these two, but yeah, these two are an exception. Anyways, what is next? Meister, aka potentially Mr. Chidoin. We'll see about that though. I don't know enough about him. But from what from the gameplay of 3-1B, I think he's B tier, high-end B tier. He's more there to be like a support role for Midori, and to make sure the rules are enforced on the cast during the banquet. But he's not terrible. I think he's most likely gonna get developed in 3-2 during the third and final main game. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. He's conniving, he's sinister, obviously, but he is nothing compared to the man that's coming up. Midori, aka Joma PP69 Winky Face, Big Stinky Midori the Explorer, SS tier. Listen, I hate doing this. All right, I despise Midori, but fucking hell, what a fantastic character. I hate his ass, but Jesus Christ, what a character. Yeah, again, Kev said it best himself. Nakidai asked himself, can I write the most dislikable character ever made? Yes, you can. Look at this. Look at this absolute insidious bastard. I want to punch him just by him looking at me. What a fucking... Let's leave it at that. Midori is a fantastic character. I despise his ass. He's still leagues behind these two. I think I could have made him a tier just for Midori called S+, but I think it's not worth it. All of the green hairs are SS rank, SS tier, whatever. Anyways, Goshu Sato. Sorry, buddy, you are below your son for sure, but you're still A tier. I really like Goshu. His commitment to make the killing game go all the way to the last consequences was really well done. Him shooting himself at the second main game just completely shattered everything I knew about the game. And, well, it gave rise to the death of you and one of you two. So, good shit, Goshu. You're a sick fuck. Safalin, or Safalin, or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce names, apparently. A tier, but in front of Goshu. For a reason. Chapter 3. If it wasn't for that, she'd be B tier. High and B tier. I really like Safalin. I'm a broken record at this point. I really like character inserted. Her inferiority complex was really interesting. For the most part. And I love the sequence in which she helps Kyutaro with developing his own dummy and making sure that their plan went forward because of the banquet. It's clear that she doesn't like what she's doing, and she's forcing herself to do so because she'd die otherwise. As an assistant floor master, I think she did a pretty good job. Rearranger! Fucking S tier, baby! My second favorite floor master. Still nowhere near as good as Midori, but I think this guy deserves the S rank in front of Joe. Just below Gin. I think it's... yeah, I think it's fair. If mental instability was personified, ladies and gentlemen, not a jab at anyone who has them, of course. That's a serious issue. But you guys can't deny that Ranger has some serious issues. Stealing clothing from the deceased and losing his marbles whenever someone displays humanity? Yeah, that's a pretty good villain. I don't know what else to say. That's a pretty dang good villain. Anyway, it's time for the final floor master, Sue Miley. Pretty sure Miley and Safalin are gonna show up at the end of at least during 3-2. High end of B tier. Miley. I can't believe getting bonked in the head with a fucking frying pan is the thing you're most remembered for. Don't get this placement wrong, everybody. She is insidious. She does evil, and she does so with a smile on her face, and she's seething behind the camera monitors, thinking of ways she could possibly harm you. Psychologically! I don't know what else to say. I really like Miley. I can't say anything else other than I really like them. I love this cast. So, Miley had very little time on the screen because she was only there essentially during chapter 1-2. But what she did with her time on the screen was actually pretty well spent. I despise her ass. But goddammit, she was an effective floor master. Megumi Sasahara. No. What a bitch! That's all I can say. What an actual bitch. I still want to know what the deal is with you and the police force, and how the hell you allowed this fucker to be part of it. But because of you, Keiji now has a traumatic experience. Rot in hell, bitch. Kizuchi. I'm pretty sure that's her last name, yeah? She seems like a sweet sister to Kana. Unfortunately, well, we do know that she's like Sarah in many aspects, but I don't know enough. God, I really wish he had survived. Not in exchange for Kana, obviously, because it would be a huge loss if Kana died. Same applies to you, actually. Mr. Chidoin, you seem like an interesting character. You're definitely going to show up in 3-2. Going to be probably revealed to be Meister. But until then, I don't know enough about you. Overly protective of Sarah for sure, so. Anyways, last two characters. First, we have Mr. Policeman. Where am I putting him? My brain says C tier, but my heart says low end of B tier, so I think I'm gonna go with that. We don't see a lot of him, and I think that's for a good reason. He's dead. Still, for the time we see, he's a pretty good inspiration, and I'm pretty sure he's just dead, but that's not gonna be mentioned until 3-2. Here's turning a tier list video into a fucking conspiracy video. We don't see a lot of him. I do like the hallucination that Keiji suffers from him, just like Sarah suffered from Joe. I think that's, you know what? No, I'm gonna be fair. I don't know enough about him to make a fair judgment because of something that's coming up. You see that last character? Redmaru Kageyama. Dear God, save me from what I'm about to do. C tier. Ooh. Oh, I hear pitchforks already. Redmaru. Don't get me wrong. I like Redmaru. I think he fills in a trope that is somewhat interesting, but doesn't really compel me. And the actions he undertook aren't exactly Nice, especially in the so route, the logic route. Yeah, tough shit. Tough shit, Redmaru. I don't really like what you did. Sucks to suck, doesn't it? So, yeah, guys, that is the tier list. I am gonna save it really quick. Anyway, that is all. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. Let me know how wrong I am in the comment section down below. And let me know of your positioning of these characters. I'd love to discuss them with you. I'm sure many of you will be like, oh, Redmaru? In C tier? That's kind of blasphemy, and yes, I'm aware. But I just don't... I don't like his actions, dude. I don't. I can't pretend that I do. It would be hypocrisy. So, yeah, that'll be the end of this video. Again, a little impromptu. I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna do this. It's mostly because 3-2 isn't out yet, and that I'm planning to delay Your Turn to Die's TWDs because of it. Now, I know that 3-2 might, like, take ages to come out, and if that's the case, I'll start them. I'll start the TWDs for the Your Turn to Die characters sooner or later, but without the full game, it's just a bit unfair, you know? But yeah, that'll be all for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you're new to the channel. If you want to be notified of future uploads like this one, hit the little bell. You know what to do. Also, if you want to join my Discord server or follow me on my Twitch channel, link to both is in the description below. Just go check them out. Anyways, that'll be all from me today. Stay safe as usual. Till next time. Peace.